All right, we're going live here. We're live! Yay! Finally! Always such an ordeal to get the YouTube gods pleased so we can come to you live. Hey everybody, what's up? Good evening. It is currently 9:30 here in Seoul, South Korea. Coming to you for a little bit of a chat and let's hang out. And I have brought a special guest with me. I've never actually had a guest on a live stream before, but I'm glad to say that I am joined by
Tasha from Taste So at Taste So Good from Travelin' Tash.
Somebody's trying to take over my channel apparently. I have a new coworker that I wasn't aware of. So yeah.
Someone was taking over my beer earlier.
Speaking of beer, thanks for joining me tonight.
Great way to spend a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
San Miguel, a favourite of both of ours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Been a lot of places, had a lot of beers. Always return to the San Miguel.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. So as some people are hopefully trickling in, so like I said, it is Saturday night here in Seoul, South Korea. We just had a great day of filming out in Seoul. We had a feast of amazing food, which will bring that video to you sometime next week. So be on the lookout for that. And we figured, hey, why not just hang out with some subscribers, some viewers. Let's get together and
drink
chat and drink a few beer. We have some Emperador Gold. Maybe we'll break into that and just chat.
I'm kind of scared about this. I've seen a few of your videos where this has been featured.
Actually, this one's not bad at all. As far as
the gold one is much better.
Yeah,
right.
Much better. Yeah.
Can I have a smell?
Go for a smell. Go ahead. Might be a little too early in the live stream. We're only a few seconds into it here, but
is it whiskey?
It's rum, I believe. Emperador Gold rum.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not like the other one. So we have some other alcohols. It's not the gin that we're used to. But maybe we'll break into that in a little bit. So if you guys want to see Tasha try out this Emperador Gold, let me know.
Oh! Hey! How did
I'm
that just
sacrificing her. But she'll be happy to do that. All right. So before we get started, Tasha, why don't you tell them a little bit about your channel and who you are and what you do and all that good stuff.
So I'm currently based in Seoul, just like Paul.
What a coincidence.
I've been doing my YouTube channel for just over 2 years. It's Travelin' Tash. It's essentially mostly about travel. I've been to, in the last 3 years, India, Philippines, Malaysia, Japan, based here in Korea, of course. I just got back from England and Spain. So I tend to go to Europe fairly frequently because my family are over there. So I've lived for a while in Canada. So I like to, I guess, be between the 3 different continents.
You're just a woman of the world.
Yeah.
Been a lot of places, seen a lot of faces.
So that's what my channel is really about. It's, going here, going there, and, there's a lot of stuff about Korea as well, but
You're not a Korea-centric channel, necessarily.
No. Right now, it's all about my travels in the Philippines. I recently got back from Bohol and Cebu, and it was my 4th time visiting Cebu, actually. And yeah, that's my series coming through right now. And after that will be my videos coming out from Europe. During this challenging time period, I was actually abroad visiting family. Possibly not the best decision, but it happened kind of spur at the moment. And my channel is really all about travel lately.
Yeah,
Eating, traveling.
I think that is, you said a lot there. So, yeah, if you're not aware, if you didn't gather that, she's actually another YouTuber. And congratulations to Tasha for just reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that's not a small feat. That's quite a challenge. Getting 1K is not easy.
No, I think they say that your first 1,000 is the hardest.
I think getting your first million's a little more difficult, but I'm still working on that one.
I was stuck at like 152 subscribers for months. and you know.
You remember that number clearly, 152.
Yeah. And then my Malaysia series came out, and then the video that we did at Feel the Phil.
I think that video did well for both of us. It's your number 1 video on your channel, I believe.
It is, yeah, 22,000.
Mine was my number 2, and just as of today, followed my number 3 video on my channel. So, but yeah, it was a fun day, but also the content did pretty well for both of us. So we are just going to chat a little bit about our plans and our ideas and our channels, and hopefully some people will join, because right now we're kind of lonely. I think sending out that first notification was a fatal mistake yet again for these live streams. Every time I do that, I don't really tend to get many people in there, which is strange.
We have plenty of company with this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the dangerous Big Brother.
I think so. Yeah. The Emperador Gold.
Oh my god, and you've got the shot glass here.
Do.
The Boracay, the famous shot glass.
My Boracay shot glass.
Wow.
So
okay.
I'm always
like
using that. Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of my subscribers have probably seen this in other videos.
Oh yeah.
But my personalized Boracay shot glass with my name Tastes So Good on it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that it had
Yeah,
Tastes So
so on the
Good.
bottom,
Wow,
Tastes
that's
So Good.
Cool.
So I had that painted the last time I was in Boracay. So
I didn't
I
notice
love to try that. I like to use that as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of people
Wow,
use
you need
that.
to have a second one. When you
I
have friends coming over.
I didn't think about it.
Next time you visit.
I
just have to get another
I
one.
will. Definitely next time I'm in Boracay, I'm going to get a whole bunch of them along with the keychains and everything. I
That
definitely
also
made a
tastes so
rookie
good.
mistake with that. Yeah, along with my Taste So Good Boracay keychains, which I love, but I don't have enough of either.
More reason to visit again.
It is. Once this lockdown is over, I'm
Yeah.
going to be back soon. I am so ready. So let's just turn to you guys. How is everybody? Where are you guys watching from? Welcome to our live stream. If you're joining us, we're just here hanging out, having some drinks, chatting. We love to chat with you guys. So if you could tell us down in the comment box where you're watching from, who you are, we'd love to know. And if you want Tasha to try this Emperador Gold her first time, again, I've kind of sacrificed her and said that she will. And what she doesn't know is I actually have something else.
Oh no.
Excuse
oh, no.
me.
Oh no.
I actually got Lambanog here. I think I have a few shots left of that. So maybe if this live stream goes well, we might be able to have Tasha's
Hang
first
on.
Lambanog.
What's the definition of going well?
Well, we'll see. Do you guys want to see Tasha try her first Lambanog? Are you familiar with Lambanog?
I've seen it on your channel several times, and I know that you're a veteran of this lethal.
Yeah, it's interesting, I'll tell you that much. So if you guys want to see Tasha drink the Lambanog...
42%. 42%.
Might have to work our way up to that one, because that one is... It's strong. It's strong.
So here's the thing, is that a long time ago I used to be a bartender, and I could actually drink 4 martinis and still walk out feeling fairly normal. But these days, which is actually not, not that far along, I can't drink. I can't hold my alcohol very well anymore.
Why don't you have a smell?
Actually, it doesn't smell as bad as I thought.
It really doesn't. I was fooled the first time as well.
Oh, so you're saying that it smells decent.
Kind of has like a vinegar type of smell to it, I believe. Actually, we got this from our subscribers, our friends.
Oh,
You were
that's so
there.
cool. Phil,
The Daily Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Phil
Oh,
and John
yeah, I
visited, they
recall
brought that.
That's so cool. He
Last
actually
fall.
messaged me a couple of days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he was... I can't remember what he... Oh, yeah, he congratulated me for getting 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so... Phil from Phil the Phil, shout out to you. Where is
Phil.
some more alcohol?
I think she's making up her own channel names. I don't think it's Phil the Phil. I think it's the Daily Phil.
The Daily Phil, sorry. Trying to change your name there.
Just like trying to change your name. So, yeah, so if you guys have any questions or anything you want to know, tell us down in the comments below. We'd love to read them. We'd love to see where you guys are from. We want to chat with you. because we want to do more live streams, and this is the first time I've ever had kind of a guest on my live stream. So like I said, we have a cool video coming up together. So Tasha just said that we have a lot of Filipino subscribers here. So you said you went to Cebu 4 times?
Cebu 4. I've actually been to Philippines 5 times. So it's a place that I repeatedly like going to. Yeah. I really like the people. I like Filipino people. They're really friendly. I love the flora and fauna, the beaches, the palm trees. Actually, there's a lot of, when I visited Malaysia, my first time last September, there was a lot about the Philippines that I was recalling as I was traveling, particularly on Pancor Island in Malaysia. So shout out to you guys from Pancor Island.
Pancor.
Love you, Malaysian people. You're awesome. I absolutely love Pancor Island, and I want to see more of your country. In fact, both of us were discussing that we'd love to get to Borneo Island, right?
Borneo has always been on my bucket list since can't even remember. I don't know that much about it, but I've always just seen these images like floating down rivers and like orangutans and palm trees and sounds amazing.
It looks like a paradise.
I don't know if paradise is the word I'd use, but it looks
interspersed with
amazing.
cities.
Yeah. So it's definitely something that there's so many places on my bucket list, but right now traveling is just it's impossible, really, right? So that's why I think for all of us that are kind of doing YouTube, it's a very challenging time. So we always appreciate all of you who are still watching our videos and supporting us, because it's not an easy time to try to create fresh content when you're stuck indoors and social distancing and things are closed and things like that. So hopefully we'll all be out and about and traveling and seeing more and exploring more and doing things soon. I've got so much cabin fever. Like, I'm ready. I'm just like chomping at the bit to get outside and explore the world.
We're pretty lucky here in Seoul because I was chatting with a friend of mine, Ford, that currently lives in Cebu, and he was saying to me that they're essentially trapped inside. The military are outside, so it means that you have to have a really good reason to step out. I don't know where you're coming from, but if you're in Cebu, I hope that you're hanging in there and staying strong. It's really challenging when you've got military outside guarding you. And a friend of mine from India, he's based in Uttar Pradesh. He's got a similar situation there in India that they just prolonged the isolation period there. And I feel like, having come from a similar situation where I was isolated with my mother and auntie in Spain literally just a month ago, and the police were outside monitoring who could be outside in the street, and that you could get stopped on the street with, potentially they're going to look at your paper to check that you have some right to go to your work, that you fall under this category of being allowed to be in the street.
Give authorization.
It's very intimidating. So currently we're in a much more liberal situation in Seoul.
I think we were saying before, like, living in Seoul, I think we're kind of like the luckiest people. At least living in Korea at this moment, we're kind of like the luckiest people in the world. I almost feel like Korea's gone through its big outbreak back in like February, but luckily things are really settled down. Life is getting back to normal. There's some precautions and some change, but mostly I think we had 10 new cases today in all of Korea, and a lot of those were coming in from the airport. So this virus is almost squashed here, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
But could flare up at any time, so we still have to all be on guard. But definitely, good luck to everybody out there wherever you're watching from. Stay safe. I think a lot of people get on YouTube to try to get away from all of that. So we'll try to keep things happier and lighter here. But I keep burping. Sorry.
Must be that delicious food we had earlier.
I think it was. But yeah, so as the next few months go on, I think we'll all be watching and all eyes will just be on the travel industry because we are all just ready to get out and get some sunlight, get some beach, right?
Yeah.
I know I am. So I would be ready to like book a ticket right now if I could to go anywhere. But going back to the Philippines, we chatted a bit about Malaysia. But so you say you love the Philippines. You've been there 5 times. But you know, I'm a food channel and I love talking about food. So let's talk about your favorite Filipino foods that you have tried whilst in the Philippines.
My top one would be lechon. I really love lechon, and the reason being is that it's so delicious and fatty.
So delicious.
So I love fatty meat. It's just so tasty, and it's quite salty as well. But and
Oh, like my mouth just watering just thinking of that that roasted pig with that crispy skin with that layer of fat, like that juicy fat.
So I was there in
sauce.
January. Yeah,
Oh.
I was at Park Mall in Mandaue in Cebu. And this was the same day that I was actually booking it out of the country and grabbing a flight. And so I stopped in Park Mall and grabbed some takeout lechon. I don't know if you're familiar with the lechon store that's just on the ground floor that has a little terrace on the outside. But
It's a very specific description.
All I know is just I remember visually what it looked like. It was like a little takeout window, and
I think they're kind of everywhere. You get like a rice and lechon for like 200 pesos or something.
Or maybe people can identify it by Park Mall in Mandaue. Maybe there's only the one.
Regardless, so you had takeout lechon.
Either way, it was fantastic. I brought it with me. It was my snack on the aeroplane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was wonderful. I recorded it too. I haven't published it yet, but...
So you'd be on the lookout for that, for Tasha's suckling pig on the airplane.
It was delish. It was so good. So lechon would be my number one.
I think it's pretty much foreigner friendly. Like it's hard to argue with lechon.
Yeah.
I agree. It's delicious. We had it together.
Yeah, we did.
Festival.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best, but it's still good.
Yeah. What
and
about you?
My favorite.
Yeah.
I also really love lechon. I also love lechon kawali, which is kind of like a deep fried version of it. So it's like the lechon, they fry it, so the outside's really crispy. I'm gonna. What else? This sounds so weird, but I was really nervous to try a certain food, and then I tried it, and it was so good, and I've been craving it for like 6 months. It's called dinuguan.
Okay.
And dinuguan is...
I recall from your video.
It's a soup made out of pork blood. And the place that I got it is actually, it's like a chain restaurant that comes from Cebu. So they serve it a little differently. So normally dinuguan is made with all the intestines and kidneys and all that stuff. But this one is a little more foreigner friendly, and they use lechon meat. Mm-hmm. So it's a pork blood with like shredded lechon. And then puto, which is like a steamed rice cake that's really like, dense and got a little bit of natural sweetness to it, but you mix with this pork blood. It is so good. I did not think I would like it at all. I was like, I'm going to go with an open mind. I'm going to try some dinuguan. I'm going to hate it. I know it. I took a bite of it and I was like, this is amazing. Like, cleaned the bowl. It was like my last day in Manila, Makati, before I left. So I couldn't go back and get it. Yeah. But basically, ever since for like 6 months, I just randomly dream of this pork blood stew. Like, oh, I wish I could eat it like right now. So I really, I love dinuguan.
Yeah, I'm not too desperate to try that.
You should be though. You should try it out. It's really good. It's legitimately like amazing. Like I didn't think I would like it at all. Honestly.
Yeah, no, I recall your video.
And I just was like, oh. Do you guys like dinuguan? Have you tried dinuguan pork blood stew? So tell us in the comments. Our comment section here, is it working? I don't know. We don't have any comments. I'm so sad. So if you guys can see this, you can hear this. Tell me in the comments in the live chat because
So, in case anybody didn't hear that, let us know if you like dinuguan, which is pork blood soup. Stew. So it's a thicker texture. I remember in your video it looked really thick actually.
it's like a melted ice cream, like a gelato or something.
Oh really?
It's super thick. But you put it on that puto, that rice cake. So good.
How do you spell puto?
Puto. So a little different than, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, there's a lot of, Spanish words in Filipino.
Oh, absolutely.
Tagalog or Cebuano.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know. Is there any connection?
There might be. I don't know. That's a good question for you guys. Speaking of... Oh, never mind. We won't even get into that discussion. So I start talking about 90 Day Fiancé and No Neck Ed and his new fiancée Rose Marie. I will not stop talking for hours.
And I don't watch that, so I have no clue.
If anybody's out there is watching 90 Day Fiancé with Ed, No Neck Ed, let me know because I will talk the rest of the night about this show. But do you guys want to see us, do you want to see Tasha try a shot of Emperador Gold? If you want to see Tasha try Emperador Gold, then tell me in the comment section in the live chat. If I get 3 people tell us in the next 60 seconds, she's going to take one shot.
Let me off. If you don't comment in the next minute, if you comment after that, it means Paul wants to try one.
I will try it. I like it.
Okay.
It's not bad, actually.
Alright.
Yeah, our live chat is not doing so well.
Yeah, I guess everyone's feeling shy. It sounds like me teaching like on a usual day.
So going back, so we talked about some of our favorite foods. There's a lot more foods I love that I've tried there. What about foods that you did not like? Let's make this a 2-part question. 1, what Filipino foods did you try that you did not like? And 2, what are some foods you've traveled and not liked? Not just Philippines, but Korea, anywhere.
What was that one that we tried that had pig ear in it?
Sisig.
Sisig is not my favorite.
What? You totally lied in that video. You made it sound like you loved You didn't love sisig? How? How did you not like sisig?
I didn't like the cartilagey bits. And the...
I think it's because you knew what it was. If somebody was just like, this is pork, then you would have loved it. But I told you what it was before.
Yeah, and I could see the little rinds in it, and I just... I'm not as adventurous as you are. When it comes to food.
I don't see. That's what's so strange. I don't consider myself an adventurous eater.
Let's just recall that in one of Paul's videos, he had a balut egg that he spat all over the cameraman. Okay, boo. Okay.
I tried multiple times. I shoved that in my mouth. I was like, and I tried it a second time. So I tried balut many times.
Do you remember how old? Because
it was 18 days.
18 days. And it already had feathers?
Oh, yeah, because they hatch at 21 days. So it was like, it was baked. It was done. It was just like in the egg, just chilling for a few, like little vacation before it hatched.
Yeah.
And that thing came out with a beak and a brain and eyes, and it was like talking. Ooh. It was like, please don't eat me, sir. And I shoved it in my mouth, and one bite, it was a mistake. Because once those feathers tickled my throat, it was like game over. I'm done. It just popped out. So it was rough. So balut is challenging for me, but I tried it.
Well, that's one thing that I don't like that I haven't tried.
You can't really, in all fairness, you can't comment on something you haven't tried. You have to comment on something that you have tried.
Stuff that I don't like. You know what? I actually do like a lot of foods. You know what? I know this sounds really, really simple, but I really hate celery. I really hate celery. And I don't find it in many foods. So I haven't...
Yeah, I think in Asia, celery's not really common. But like in the States,
Canada it is. Yeah. Like minestrone soup.
Yeah, it's in everything. It's like a filler.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of celery either. Not as bad as cucumber.
Yeah, no. I love cucumber.
Oh, I hate cucumber. Oh, cucumber is foul.
I've got cucumber in my fridge right now. And I had some
yesterday. I guess we have in other places. Look, like the cupboard. We're in a salad.
I don't want to share anything that was just about to come to mind there.
What are you doing? Somebody's got a dirty mind, y'all. All right, so...
Anyway.
About
the weather.
So, balut is the worst food you haven't tried.
Yeah, maybe. No, I'm sure there's something more.
How about in Korea? Are there any foods in Korea that you've absolutely hated?
I actually did not like a lot of Korean food when I first arrived.
Is that different than now?
Yeah.
Really?
Now I've changed my mind. It actually grew on me. For example, there's a mandu kind of soup that's served with rice cakes that I just really did not like.
Mandukuk?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
It's literally just like dumplings in like a beef broth. Like a bone broth. And they slice it with rice cakes.
I'm
an
not
egg.
I don't like rice cakes that are savoury.
I was not a huge fan of rice cakes for the longest time either. I never really hated rice cakes, but it wasn't something that I loved. But it's something that I've gotten used to.
Yeah.
Over the years, the many years.
It's the packed, squished texture of the rice cake. For me, it's much nicer if it's a sweet dessert. Like, that's way nicer. But if it's like a savoury, no. I'd rather eat pasta. And then, I know that's very European.
It's very white girl.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I think we need to move on to the next stage. It's been 30 minutes, so we're going to have a shot here of the Emperador Gold.
Did you say we or you?
Oh, I will pour a shot. So, who would you guys like to see drink this shot of Emperador? Would you like me or Tasha? Alright, so tell us in the chat. Let's take a poll. So who should take a shot? So I've drank this multiple times. Tasha's never had it. Again, her name's Tasha. Tell us in the live chat. Let's see. A vote from our viewers who should drink it. And don't forget, we also have Lambanog here. We can try out.
There is only the one glass, and what with social distancing and whatnot, we shouldn't be sharing.
I'm pretty sure alcohol kills all the germs, so don't need to worry about it.
Goodness gracious.
Hello, Clark Aaron. Welcome. So,
Clark and Aaron should all drink this shot. Yes or no?
We're taking a poll here. So we're trying out a few different things. We have Emperador Gold, and we have our Lambanog. Actually, I have some fancy soju.
Oh, no.
That has not been opened, but that's
This?
an expensive. That was a gift. Yeah. That's like the fancy. This is like an expensive, like $70 soju. Yeah.
Whoa.
They have not opened yet. So I don't know if we're going to have that. But we've got beer. We have our Emperador Gold. We have our Lambanog. We have our soju. So
I'm enjoying this.
And we have, of course, our beer. Why don't we, how about we each take a shot of it?
A whole shot?
Huh.
No, more like a sip.
It's Saturday.
Oh!
5 o'clock somewhere, right? Here in Korea, it is now 10 p.m. So it's the right time. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to encourage you to take a little shot to celebrate our first live stream together. Actually, your first live stream ever.
My second. I've done one alone.
Your first YouTube live stream.
Yeah.
First YouTube live stream. Even though it's not on your channel.
You can hop over to my channel. I'm publishing tomorrow.
I'll leave her information down in the comments after the stream. We'll put her link in the description or in the comments. You guys can check out her channel, and she has a video coming up tomorrow.
Every Sunday I publish.
Yeah. So you have more content to look forward to. But let's start off with a shot of Emperador Gold. Cheers, my friends.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers to you. Thanks
Happy
for joining.
Saturday.
It is Saturday. Woo. It's really not that bad. I'm not one to take shots. I mean, Emperador Gold is much better than regular Emperador Light.
Your face didn't look like it was very happy, though. I was carefully scrutinizing. And you
I'm
looked
not
like
gonna-
you were in pain.
I'm not gonna say it's like amazing, like, oh, it's tasteless, because it's not.
Yeah.
But as far as like what I've had before, it's really not that bad.
It's making me feel like getting sick just smelling it.
Do you guys? Oh, so we have Mark and Noah here. Hey, Mark and Noah, welcome.
Hi,
Clark
Mark.
Aaron says, take a shot. Clark Aaron, I just took a shot, as you saw. So next up we have Traveling Tosh here. So if you would like to see her take a shot, let me know. Your choice. She can try Emperador Gold, or she can try Lambanog.
How about the San Miguel?
Nah, that's... Clark Aaron is saying that you need to take a shot.
A shot of what? A shot of San Miguel?
No, that's not how shots work.
Was it Aaron? Aaron.
Clark Aaron.
Oh, Clark Aaron. You mean a shot of this, right?
I don't think that's what he means. I'm gonna assume he means take a shot.
Half.
We'll take a half. Half a shot. Half.
Yeah, there we are. Ah!
We don't need a microphone, do we?
Oh, okay. Am I going to find my way home, or am I going to pass out on the way home?
That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
There's more to that than was just revealed. Last weekend was challenging in several ways.
It sounds like a story time on your channel.
Yeah, perhaps.
All right, Natasha, why don't you enjoy your first shot of Emperador Gold? I believe they call it Empe Gold. In the special Borhai shot glass.
Okay. All right.
You only live once. Hashtag YOLO.
Here goes nothing.
Here goes something.
Cheers, guys. Where's your...
Cheers.
Cheers, Paul.
It's the moment of truth. Ooh, we got a shutter. We got a delayed shutter and a perk and a tongue sticking out. Ooh, we got a Popeye eye.
Eye twitch.
We got the little like half struck thing going on. And we have immediate redness. Oh, we have a belly rub. Followed by a heart clenching. You guys, we may have just killed Traveling Tosh.
Ah! I'm going to faint on the way home.
Oh, as long as it's not in my house.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no! Oh! There's an aftertaste in my mouth. You know what? It's smoother than I thought it would be.
Really?
It is it's...
For taking a shot of rum, or is this brandy?
Hey, I thought it tasted like whiskey.
Yeah. Well, I just said brandy, not
Brandy,
whiskey.
yeah.
This is brandy.
Brandy,
So apparently this is brandy. But yeah, this is the Emperador Gold, so I think this is like the fancy, like the bougie.
Any idea how much is this? So this comes from the Philippines, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So I actually bought this on a website here in Korea.
Oh, really? So imported.
So it says for domestic sale only. So I think this is kind of bootleg. You're not supposed to buy it. But I bought it for 29,000 won plus shipping.
How much is that in Filipino pesos?
I don't know.
Guys, let us know in the comments if you're from the Philippines. How much would an Emperador Gold from your
1
local
liter
version? Yeah. How much would that cost? We're really curious because that is the equivalent of around $30-ish.
It's probably around 60 pesos, 600 pesos.
600?
Maybe.
I don't remember. I don't remember. So if you're in Manila or Cebu,
or one of the other 7,000 islands, there's more than just 2.
Hey, Manila and Cebu have a large population. The cities are huge, right? 9 million plus.
Well, Manila and the surrounding Makati, BHC, all those places.
Cebu also has a very large population.
Yeah.
Cebu City. And I guess the greater Manila, Mandaue, Mabolon, all of those areas.
Clark Aaron says he is there in the Philippines. Clark Aaron, where in the Philippines? That's what we've been talking about. Obviously enjoying some Filipino beverages. So where in the Philippines are you located? Melbert Guevara. Nice one. Shot.
Which island? Which island is that? Mervaro.
Oh, that's his name.
Oh, okay. Curious about where you are right now.
There's a little bit of a delay from the time we talk till they receive it.
Oh, okay.
It's like 60-second delay.
Okay.
Clark Aaron, San Miguel, a beer, a product of the Phils. Yes, you are so right.
Love it. One of my favourite beers. In Spain, we love this beer. And for the longest time, I thought it was from Spain. And then I went to the Philippines and it was like, no, it's from the Philippines. We brew it here. This is when I was in Manila. And I realised, I think the breweries, aren't they based in Manila?
Probably.
I think the breweries are, because I think it was in Makati at the time. I don't know if it
This says Hong Kong?
Hong Kong?
So we're probably drinking not the domestic, the imported one.
Yeah.
So this sounds like this was brewed in Hong Kong. Regardless, it's really easy for us to get San Miguel Pilsen here in Korea, especially in the cans. But we can't always get like Red Horse or other things or San Miguel Light. It's much more difficult to get. You can get them sometimes, but like we can go to any convenience store here in South Korea and pick up these big cans of San Miguel. So I don't prefer...
I love the bottles.
I prefer bottles as well, but they're more difficult to get, whereas the cans we can get anywhere.
They do have the bottles at some of the festivals, particularly if a Filipino tent or booth is representing, I don't know, Cebu or somewhere from the Philippines, they'll usually have the bottled versions. Which I'm curious whether those ones are actually the imported ones or whether we get the more...
Those are probably coming straight from the Philippines.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of Filipino markets and things like that. And on Sundays, there's usually cool... Have you been to Sunday Market, Little Manila on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we should go there again soon.
I would love to. We go there sometimes just for lunch. Like,
just to eat.
I don't know right now, though, when it's open because of the whole virus situation.
Yeah, I don't know. If any of you are watching that are from the Philippines but currently living in Seoul, let us know about that Sunday market. Is it still open right now? Can we go down and visit? Or has it been reduced? There's a lot of restaurants that are currently opening up or have been running for a while, which for me was really surprising, having just arrived from Europe, to actually see that a lot of cafes and restaurants are operating almost as normal here.
Life is pretty much normal here.
Yeah.
Like it's. I think a lot of people are still trying to gain notoriety and fame, especially on YouTube. Like, wow, look at how crazy Seoul. Oh, hashtag. Sorry, no offense.
Spain?
No, like in Korea, people are just like, oh, it's locked. No, it's really boring. It's life as usual here. Some people are teaching online. That's about it.
A lot of schools were opening up here as well, though.
Yeah, my college has been open for 3 weeks. So
a lot of the private academies are opening too. So schools are opening. It feels almost normal, and it's hard for my relatives that live in Europe to even comprehend. In Canada, everything's under lockdown. A lot of people can't even go to work. So anyway, let's change the situation. Let's change our...
People are joining because they want to get away from COVID information.
Yeah.
So Clark says, can I take a shot? I'm here in San Pedro Laguna. Phils, please. Clark, yes, please take a shot. Tell us what you're taking a shot of. Where is San Pedro Laguna?
Is that Manila?
No, I don't think it's Manila. I think it's a whole other...
Okay.
There's like more than 7,000 islands.
I think I'm thinking of Fort San Pedro.
No, you're thinking Fort Bonifacio. Fort Bonifacio. It's one of like the 7 areas around Manila.
Okay.
Like there's Makati, Fort Bonifacio, like 7 of them. But I don't think San Pedro Laguna is one.
Okay.
Clark Aaron, yes, what are you drinking? Tell me what you're drinking. And we'll take a shot with you. We'll take half a shot with you. So we've got... I have another beer. Yeah, it's my turn, right? You should have more beer. We also have the Lambanog. I really want Tasha to try Lambanog. If you guys go over to her channel and subscribe, then she'll take a shot of Lambanog right here for you guys if you will join her family over there. Clark Aaron, but where? So San Pedro Laguna. I don't know. I'm going to have to research that.
I was thinking of Fort San Pedro. Isn't that in Manila? It's the Intramuros Wall.
Oh, is it that? I have not been there. Actually.
Isn't I thought that's called Fort San Pedro.
Perhaps, but
I did
that's not what he
tour
said.
Okay, so yeah, you said Laguna.
San
Laguna, is
Pedro
that a
Laguna.
lagoon? Is that like a body of water?
Is it someplace I need to visit? Is what I want to know. And what should I eat there? Because
Should we come and visit? We come to the Philippines a lot.
I've been there so many times. And I can't wait to go back. Like I'm legitimately like
Where's the
itching to
next
go back.
place? Where do you want to go next when you visit the Philippines?
Oh, it's a great question.
Because you like to go to Boracay. I've never been to Boracay. Guys, I'm just going to point out that my earrings are from Cebu. I bought them there in January. Actually, Bohol. They're from Bohol. So, next place you want to visit in Philippines? Do you want to go somewhere different? That you've never
absolutely.
been?
So I've only been to Boracay twice.
Oh, okay.
Once like years ago, and then I went last July, and it was amazing, but totally different because they closed down the island.
Right.
I mean, Boracay is great for the beaches and just like a digital detox, just relax and like you don't need to rent a car, you don't need taxis, everything's just walking. But there's so many places I want to visit. What I would love to do some point, and this is something that I really don't want to talk too much about, but I want to just spend like months or maybe a year, I don't even know, and just travel around different provinces and islands and explore, because I keep hearing more about like people keep saying like, oh, you try this food here and this food there and this food there, and I have an open mind, I want to try it all. So I want to just like take like 12 months and just explore as many islands as possible and eat and meet locals and drink. I also want to explore the drinking culture because the Philippines has a cool drinking culture, and there's so much I want to try, like tuba and more lambanog and all these things. But to do that, I really need to spend a lot of time. And there's so many foods that I want to try that, you know, I just published a video about 50 Filipino foods, and
Great video if you've not seen it.
yeah, I'm sure probably a lot of people here are coming here from that video. Thank you so much. But that was just kind of the tip of the iceberg. Not only of what I've tried so many foods that just never I recorded, or I still have the footage and I just haven't uploaded it. But there's so many things like on my list. I have like a list of things that like I want to try, I want to eat, I want to try. So if I had to narrow it down, I don't know. Like I would just fly. I would love to go back to Calibo actually.
Calibo. Oh, that's near the Mactan Island, isn't it? Calibo.
Well, Calibo is usually the airport that people fly into to go to Boracay.
Oh, okay.
So for Incheon, you can fly to Calibo. It's about 4.5 hours. And then most people go straight from this little tiny airport, and you take a bus or a van to a port and then take a 5-minute boat ride in Boracay. So most people skip this little town, and it's like this little hidden gem that I spent like 2 nights there. I just decided, you know what? I was going to go like land and then catch the bus to Boracay, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to stay. And I did, and I visited the local markets and these forests, and I met the most amazing people in Calibo. And it was one of my favorite like travel experiences I've ever had. It was so much fun because no tourists ever go there. And my first video that I did in the Philippines in that series was visiting the Calibo public market, which runs on Sundays, and I just happened to be there on a Sunday, so I woke up early, went to this market, had the best time, met so many cool people. I know some of you are still following me from that. And then I went to this mangrove forest, which is like this restored conservation park where they planted all of these mangroves, and it's got this amazing history. And I met the owners, and people are just changing lives and giving back to charity, and just so many things that I can tell these stories about. And I ate this thing called a tamilok, which is this woodworm that you cut at these trees and eat it. It was amazing. It was literally one of my favorite travel experiences ever in this tiny little town. And I was able to eat like Jollibee, which I love. And so it's like I wish more people would visit Calibo because those were some of the nicest people I've ever met in my whole life. And the food was really good.
I've never been. You know, perhaps one day. It's just I've never had. A lot of people perhaps go there because of Boracay. And
Well, that's
Boracay,
really the only reason, yeah. I would say the airport is almost all like Chinese and Korean.
Yeah.
And it's literally you fly into Kalibo, go through immigration, and then you get on a bus.
Yeah.
That's what I did the first time. I totally skipped Kalibo and just got on the bus that I had pre-booked, took the 2-hour ride to the port, and hopped on the ferry. And this is the last time I decided I was going to stay. And even coming back before I got on the boat to come back to Korea, I spent a few hours, literally just a few hours, like in this small, tiny airport. Like, it's hard to describe how small it is. And there's just like a parking lot around it. And I was able to meet some really cool people there, like food vendors, and they introduced me to gato.
Gato?
Not cat.
Is it with a C?
No, it's like Gato?
Yeah.
Goto? Maybe Goto.
Goto?
It's basically like Korean juk or Chinese congee. It's basically a rice porridge. Okay. But this one they use pork intestines as well. And they boil it, and you can put, and then it comes like an egg, and you put soy sauce and lime and all this stuff. And there's this simple little dish that I had like in the parking lot with this gentleman who introduced it to me, and it was a random meal. It was really good. The people were so cool. I had so much fun.
It reminds me a little bit of when I was traveling in Legazpi. So a few
Legazpi.
years, yeah, you've been there, yeah.
That was on my last trip. Yeah, I stayed in the Legazpi area.
Well, I was going there for the purpose of actually touring Mount Mayon. But
are you talking Legazpi outside, like in Makati? Legazpi
no,
village?
No. I'm talking about on Luzon Island. So if up here is Manila, Legazpi is all the way down here. It's actually another flight from Manila down to Legazpi. I think it was maybe 30 minutes by plane or something like that. But it's just further down the island. But the airport was also really small.
Oh yeah.
And you know, actually there was a delay returning back to Manila. And I was stuck in the airport at least for an hour or two. It was interesting being in a really small airport.
Oh yeah, like it's different than like the definition of airport we're used to.
Yeah, but I mean, I completely understand about what you're saying about going to the places that are less frequented by tourists. I think that a lot of people tend to skip Cebu when they land in Mactan and they go on to other islands, but I try to actually spend a bit of time in Cebu every time because actually I like to go to Carbon Market and just walk around and like downtown.
I want to visit there so bad.
Yeah, old city of Cebu. There's the Independence Square. There's a little triangular fortress. There's things to see in Cebu itself that are really cool, particularly in the old part of Cebu, and just trying the street food. It's a really, really interesting experience. And
let's come back to that. I want to hear about your street food experience, but let's look at a few comments. So, okay. Paranoid. Am I the only one lagging? Screen it looks like slow-mo. I don't know. Is anybody else? Are we slow-mo? I hope not. Actually, I'm testing my new camera out on this, so I'm actually using a pretty high-tech system here, so hopefully everything works out.
So let us know, guys, if are we lagging for any of you?
Clark Aaron, San Pedro Laguna province here in the Philippines. Can you visit here? Hit me up on Instagram, Clark Aaron, and let me know more information about it because I don't know anything about it. I've never heard of San Pedro Laguna province, but it sounds really cool. So yeah, I will definitely research it. I don't know when I can visit because of the whole, virus situation, the lockdowns. But definitely maybe the next year or something. Yeah, you never know. And are there any special foods there? Because if there are, then I definitely want to eat it. Clark Harris says, thank you guys. No, thank you so much for joining us. We're having a really good time chatting. Okay. Yeah, we need this more often.
Night. Yes.
Yeah, maybe just make a Saturday night live stream. Maybe you guys can join us every Saturday night. We'll get some foods maybe.
Yeah, or fill up beforehand and then...
No, I think maybe we need to try some foods, some more drinks. I just finished some chicharron. I had some amazing... I had some chicharron. I'll say it was amazing.
We need to go to a Sunday market, the Sunday Filipino market. If it's
whenever it opens, we'll bring it back here. We'll have a feast. I have some Filipino noodles, some ramen. But I'm not really hungry right now. But
no, I'm not hungry.
We've got... other days we can live stream. Been live streaming for 15 minutes now. It goes by quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, wow.
It's so fun, right?
Wow. Goodness gracious.
So thank you for all of you who are just joining us. So if you're just tuning in, thank you so much. It's Saturday night here in Seoul, South Korea. I'm Paul from Taste So Good, and I'm joined by a special guest,
Tasha from Travelin' Tash.
and she's got a YouTube channel here as well. And she is celebrating her 1,000th subscriber on YouTube. And we're just talking travel. We're talking what's next in our travel destinations or travels journey and things like that. Romy says there is lag.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, guys, if there is.
Perhaps we can fix that for the next time going forward.
So if there's lag and we're in slow-mo, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's up. Like, so this is the first time I'm trying this new setup. We're actually kind of using a real camera instead of a webcam. So we bought it. I spent a lot of money to buy a new piece so I could do this. So I will. Actually, I can see it here. So I don't know if this is my camera or if it's YouTube. I'm not quite sure what the problem is with the lag. However, luckily for you, there's not much going on visually. You can just listen to us. So, sorry, we'll try to fix that, though. I'll see what we can do in the meantime. But, yeah, so if you're joining us, again, thank you so much. We are just chatting and drinking, and we would love to talk to you guys. So, definitely hit us up in the live chat because we love getting to know you guys. Again, I apologize for the live chat or for the lag. Yeah, I can definitely see it now. We didn't start off this way.
Okay, so it's just lagging now. I wonder if it's maybe the battery.
It's like really slow mo. No, it's not the battery. The battery's fine. I can see it from here. And I don't think it's the camera because I can see the screen in the camera, and it's fine there. So I think it might be YouTube that is doing it. So, because I have good Wi-Fi here.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that.
Practice makes perfect. We'll have to do it again and figure it out.
So I think we're going to be doing a lot more live streams, maybe on your channel as well.
Yeah.
So maybe we can set up and have live streams on your channel. So we'll get more food, more drinks, have live chats and live streams and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back. So again, Clark, Aaron, and everybody else, if you have any recommendations of places that or maybe even we, you never know, maybe we could show up together sometime. Maybe what I'm trying to do is have the ultimate tour, right? So it's supposed to be me and Mr. Bulbul and Stitch Choi. The three of us said we're going to go down to the Philippines together and just drink and eat our way through.
Sounds dangerous.
It really is, yeah. I don't think I can... I'm not a match for Mr. Bulbul when it comes to the drinking at all, as we all know. But yeah, so maybe at some point we can make that trip happen, and maybe we can do a traveling, Seoul Good type of collaboration down in the Philippines. Which would be really interesting because you're such a kind of a picky eater, and I'm kind of a just shove it in my mouth type of eater. So we're very different. We have very different vlogging styles.
I also eat a lot more. I think I eat more veggies and stuff than you do. So
I love some veggies.
Okay.
I really do. Hell yeah.
I
miss that.
Oh really? Yeah.
Korea food actually, fresh fruits and veggies.
Yeah.
Like, I eat a lot of frozen veggies actually here at home.
I'm missing Filipino mango shakes right now. Nice Filipino.
Not even just mango shakes, just mango everything. Like mango.
Mango on a stick. Frozen mango.
Yeah, Daniel, welcome. What's up? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. There's a big lag. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. It's not the camera. The camera is fine. It is either YouTube or my streaming software. I don't know. Because I can see my screen here on my camera. It's not lagging at all, but then when I see it in my YouTube studio, what I think, guys, is these days YouTube is actually changing over its it's called Creator Studio. It's where we upload videos and read our analytics. And there's an old version and the new version, and they're changing it over like this week. So if I had to guess, it might just be a problem with YouTube Studio because yeah, I can see it on my monitor here that that is very slow It's kind of annoying, so sorry about that. There's nothing I can really do right now. So try to fix that next time. Yeah, it's really annoying. I can tell.
Close your eyes and just
listen.
Just imagine a podcast.
Pretty much, yeah. We're just the drunken podcast.
Hey!
.com. Oh, is that a thing?
Talking of which, I think it's your turn.
I think it is. So maybe time for round 2. One thing that I don't like about live streaming, though, is I have lights and try to make it quiet. It gets really hot in here.
It is warm, but...
Yeah. I'm also...
Maybe it's also the Lambanog.
We haven't touched the Lambanog.
Hey! Oh, well, this one, the Emperador.
We're going to go half. Daniel is actually based in Bucheon, I believe.
Bucheon?
Right? Bucheon.
Okay,
South Korea.
Nice. Bucheon, yeah.
He's been a long-time supporter of the channel.
Awesome. Good to meet you, Daniel.
Yeah, he's got a family. And I think, Daniel, Bucheon, right? I think maybe he owns a cafe as well. So he asked a question. We'll get to that. Rock DJ, Tage. That's what Mr. Bubo says. He always says,
Tage?
drink till you die. Yeah, he has a whole thing. I'm not sure.
Drink till you die?
Yeah. Cheers. Let's try the Emperador.
Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Ah. Ooh. All right. Ooh. All right, so Daniel says, what are your guys' long-term plans? Do you want to stay in Korea forever? Eek.
No, not for me.
It's a pretty firm no.
No.
Confident no.
Yeah. My plans are to stay here for probably 2 or 3 more years. I'm really enjoying being here at the moment, but I see travel plans taking me to India, Pakistan, Egypt, Greece, Italy. I want to return to a bunch of places. Istanbul. There are so many places on my list, you know.
It's a big world.
What are your plans?
I don't know. Is Korea home forever? I think I can definitely say no. I love Korea. I've loved my time living here. I've lived here over a decade. Time has flown by. But there's just not a whole lot in the way of future opportunities for me in Korea in terms of visas and work and all that stuff. And well, I love teaching. I actually have a really great job. Like, I should not be one to complain at all about work situations. Like, is it perfect? No. But is it, as far as being a foreign person teaching English to South Korea, I've got it pretty darn good. Like, I really can't complain. I'm very lucky in that sense. But is it what I plan to do forever? I don't think so. You know, as I get older, I find myself wanting to... I really want to be my own boss. So I would love to eventually do something where I could, you know, report to myself, where I can be my own boss. I've always had this dream of just like moving somewhere in Southeast Asia, be that Boracay or be that Bali or a million other places, and just opening a small like bed and breakfast and just having like a small little hotel with, you know, like maybe a little bar right on the beach. I think it'd be so fun and just living out my life there. So
I've not been to Bali.
Then you're not a traveler if you haven't been to Bali. It's like the most basic of all things. But yeah, I want to see the world. I want to do more, but having that just kind of like my own business somewhere. Of course, there's visas and money and all that stuff to take into account. I'll think about that later. But you know, I'd love to see if YouTube's going to take me anywhere. If YouTube and blogging and all this stuff will open any doors, and you know, it's highly unlikely that it ever will, but it doesn't mean I won't try. But at the end of the day, yeah, like Korea's home for now. Like, for how much longer, I don't know. Anywhere between the next, 12 months and the next 12 years, who knows? But I don't think it's forever.
No, thank you for that question. It's a good question.
Yeah.
I've got too many plans and I can't do it all here. There's too much of planet Earth to see before I die.
Before Corona takes it all away.
No, I got a few years left in me, and I intend to see as much as I can. So
I know, it's like now's the time. Like before we get too much older, like we got to get out there.
yeah.
Daniel says, Positano, Italy is in my travel plans. Beautiful place.
Positano?
I don't know what that means, but it sounds like something I'd eat after some delicious pizza. Positano.
Is that Sardinia? Is that Daniel? Daniel, was that Sardinia? Positano? Where is that in Italy? Sounds beautiful. I think I know somebody with the name Positano.
Sounds like the name for some lady bits.
He sounds like my brother's roommate, actually. That location.
Alright, how you doing, Positano?
It sounds beautiful to me.
Yeah, so I think basically both of us are just content, but we know there's more. There's got to be more to life, as Stacy Orico said. Yeah, you're not American. Who wants to see Tasha take a shot?
Everybody,
Everybody.
don't write anything in the comments. Just say no, no, no.
I think we're going to have to wrap this up soon because of
I need to
battery.
head out soon.
Unfortunately, we have to make our battery situation different for next live stream.
And I need to head out soon.
We'll talk about that later. It's actually late. Yeah, we'll give it a few more minutes and then
we'll
call it a night.
Yeah.
So we'd love to do this more often, I think. We'd
Yeah, I
love
think we
to have you
should.
back if you'd like to come back
I would like to come back.
on Saturdays. And again, we'll just get some more food and some more drinks. Maybe get started a little bit earlier. Just chat.
Yeah. Maybe we could even do dinner, yeah.
Yeah, we've got the whole
Slurping here on the table.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Ooh. Oh dear.
So, that was the chair. That was not any.
Oh, I didn't think of anything.
Okay, her friends out there on the internet land might have thought so. Tasha,
Hey.
a shot. And we got the lambanog. I think we might have to save the lambanog for
Another
next time.
yeah.
The lambanog and the soju. I think the soju's not even been opened. I think it's time. And then we've got some honest.
Okay, so I'm not going to smell it before I drink it.
Don't ever smell before you drink it.
I'm going to hold my breath.
Everybody.
And think of the Queen. I'm going to hold my breath and think of the Queen.
Thank you for thinking of me.
The Queen! What? Cheers, Paul.
Oh, please don't vomit on my live stream. It's not that bad, right?
All right. It's over after about 3 or 4 seconds of discomfort.
It's a very fast burn.
Yeah, actually, about 3 seconds of discomfort.
And so if you're just joining us, welcome to our live chat. I'm Paul, and this is Tasha from Travel Tosh, and she is drinking Emperador Gold for the first time. Hashtag, how you doing?
I used to be a bartender,
Hashtag.
but I'm not enjoying this.
The next time we live stream together, Tasha's going to be trying lambanog, so make sure you click that subscribe button and the notification bells to be aware of that. And while you're at it, go ahead and head over to her channel, Travel in Tosh. I'll leave it down in the comment section below, maybe after this channel live stream.
I'm not hard to find. Tash is a very beautiful name.
Mm-hmm.
As in Natasha. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Look at your face.
Daniel said, it's on the Amalfi coast. Amalfi, south of Naples.
Okay.
I have not been to Italy, but I sure do love me some pizza. You know, I love me some pizza.
Napoli, near Napoli. Amalfi coast. My sister's been to Capri. She said it was beautiful. It was also the place where Emperor Tiberius did a whole bunch of perversions.
I don't know what any of that just meant, but I heard the word perversions, and I like that word, so... Book me a ticket.
He was a scandal in Rome because of the things that he was doing with little boys in his swimming pool.
Yeah, don't get me demonetized, so we're going to skip over that. Tasha has not learned the ropes of demonetization. and copyright strike. So Tasha, you are muted for 30 seconds. Romy, Positano is a cliffside village on the southern Italy's Amalfi Coast. Interesting. I will have to.
I'm pretty sure
research
Capri is on the Amalfi Coast. I want to visit Capri.
I don't know anything about Italy. I would love to visit.
I want to go to Pompeii. I've been to.
I've heard it's really disappointing.
What?
Yeah.
Not for people that have an archaeological background.
Well, I don't know anybody who has an archaeological background. I don't know anybody who's out there excavating freaking dead people, but from what I've heard as a tourist destination, I've heard it's very disappointing. Like,
if you studied Greek and Roman history, it's
yeah,
really fascinating.
Well, I don't hang out with those type of people, so.
Oh, that's what I studied.
Oh, well, excuse me. So then, yes, maybe
so
you'll love it.
Yes, you do. I studied classics.
Little did I know. Romeo, oh, Romeo. Romy, Lamanog on the rocks. That is how Filipinos drink
Oh, you see? That's why I was not enjoying it so... Oh, no, hang on. That was Lamanog.
That's not Lamanog, yeah. Lamanog on the rocks. We will set that up next time, Romy. So maybe next Saturday. What do you think about next Saturday live streaming?
Maybe.
Or this Wednesday.
Hey, I have to teach. It's a working night.
But Thursday's a day off.
Ooh. Oh.
A midweek drinkity drink. Wine Wednesday. Hashtag
Wine
how you
Wednesday?
doing? I get home at 7. We can figure that out. So yeah, we're definitely going to be doing more live streams. Let's do more together and hang out. It's been fun.
We're discovering stuff about each other.
We are. I think we filmed today and we came to the conclusion that we're basically like the next generation of talk show hosts. We're like the Oprah and the Ellen. Now the whole thing is...
Who's the Oprah? Who's the Ellen?
I think it's pretty clear.
Hey! you know, we want to know your real opinion. You don't need to feel like you're compelled by Paul's charm.
But I mean, I think it's pretty clear who's the Oprah and who's the Ellen. So... people might disagree, but I don't think they will. I think we all know who the Oprah is. Obviously me. Hashtag Ellen. I use hashtag way too often. Yeah, this lag is super annoying once again. So sorry about that, and we will clear that up for the next time.
Yeah.
Daniel, Capri's right near there, and Pompeii.
Who else have we got on there that's not saying hello that we can call upon?
We can't see who it is.
Oh.
It's anonymous, yeah. It's not like Zoom class. I can't just choose who is in there. If I could, then yes, we'd be calling them out. Excuse me, why aren't you engaging with me in the channel live chat?
Guys, we appreciate you.
Welcome to our friend Suzanne.
Where are you, Suzanne?
Suzanne, are you watching?
Hey. There needs to be a little bit of dialogue here. You know? You can't just ignore us. For those that don't know, Suzanne used to hang out with us, particularly at the Feel the Feel Festival.
That was not her.
Didn't she?
No, she definitely did not.
No,
She
the
stood us
Spanish one. Yeah.
She's Friendship Festival.
Soul Friendship Fair.
Yeah, usually one of the two of you stand me up. It's one of the two of you at any given time.
He's sensitive.
I am. It's true. I bruise easily.
Don't let this exterior fool you.
Why would it?
I don't know. you look big and strong, but underneath there's a delicate soul. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm fooling anybody.
Oh dear.
What a fun evening. We've been live streaming for over 1 hour. I feel like we could do this all day. We won't.
Yeah.
Don't worry. But I feel like the next time...
Sooner or later I'll need to go to the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know one of the channels I follow is planning to do a 24-hour live stream.
Woo!
With multiple guests, I believe. I think it's a really cool concept.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
We're not going to... Here on Taste So Good, I'm not going to try to copy that because ain't nobody got time for a 24-hour live stream, but good for them. I'll be watching We Fancy.
Oh, We Fancy doing that.
Yeah, they're going all out. They're going out for a 24-hour live stream I saw on their community tab.
That's pretty intense.
That is, but I think it's really cool. I think it's like you have 24 hours of live streaming entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's cool.
It's a really neat idea.
Yeah.
Especially during this time when a lot of people are at home and got time to hang out socially using the web. So.
Yep.
Guys, what are you drinking? Are you drinking anything?
Yeah, who's
Let
out
us know.
there? Who was it? Our friend Clark Aaron said he was going to take a shot. We never heard back from him.
Yeah, we need to know, what are you drinking?
I keep burping. So yeah, let's definitely plan this again soon.
Yeah.
We'll get the battery situation sorted out. And
We'll figure out the lag thing.
yeah, that's going to be a big issue. Figure out the lag, figure out everything.
We'll do some stuff on my channel, Travel and Tash.
Mm-hmm.
Get you guys to...
Maybe next time wear a t-shirt with your name on it. Across the boobie.
That's what I want to. I do want to get a Travel and Tash t-shirt.
I have a Taste So Good t-shirt that I had made, and then I got too fat for it, so I need to start that whole no carb thing. So I turned into a poster.
That is so cool.
So in my skinnier videos, hashtag how you doing 2 years ago, I wore this.
I love it.
I mean,
where'd you get it done?
Somewhere online.
Oh really?
It's actually a hoodie. It's a white hoodie.
Nice.
So then I just kind of turned it into a nice little centerpiece.
Pardon me. That was me this time.
Oh, you are what you eat. So yeah, I would love to kind of get some merch, but I don't know if anybody wants to wear some Tastes So Good merch.
And if anybody...
Oh wait, I saw my 2 favorite words. Free drink.
Free drink?
Those are 2 of my favorite words in the whole language. English language. Free drink for you, Paul and Travel and Tash. If you ever find yourself near Myungji University, I own the Mega Coffee near there. I won't be there, but just say you know me, LOL.
Mega Coffee? Is
we
that
are...
Daniel?
Hold on, I'm going to take a picture of that, Daniel.
Daniel, we're not forgetting that. We're going to come and see you at Mega Coffee.
Where's Myungji University?
We need to figure that out. Myungji.
Myungji.
We're going to come and find you, Daniel, and enjoy a coffee with you.
Well, he says he's not going to be there. He owns the Mega Coffee. Oh, we'll definitely head down there for some free coffee.
Yeah, we'll head down for free coffee and bring some biscuits. I love biscuits. Hey!
It's in
Paul loves free stuff.
Is that in Bucheon or is that in Seoul? I've heard of Myungji. But I've never been there, but I've heard of it.
Daniel, I hope that you have cappuccino. Cappuccino is my coffee.
We spent all day walking around Chota Sugil trying to find her a damn cappuccino.
When he says all day, what he means really is about 15 minutes.
It was a little longer than that. It was a good 30 minutes.
Paul drinks Americano, but he went with a black bubble tea.
Because you were buying.
Bubble tea. But usually it's an Americano.
No, usually it is, but I do.
Americano you can find everywhere, but cappuccino is a little harder to find. I think in Korea, maybe about 50% or 40% of cafes have cappuccinos.
So Myungji, not too far from here.
Okay,
It's a little bit of a trek, but take the bus.
Yeah.
Soda Moon. Oh. Alright, we'll do it.
Okay, Daniel.
Gonna hold you to that.
They're coming to visit you.
Girl, he says he's not gonna be there.
Hey.
We just tell them that we know him. So let's
do a live stream from there. That could be challenging.
yeah, that could be challenging, the logistics of that.
Yeah.
We can definitely do a little bit of Instagram. Northwestern Seoul. Check it out on neighbor maps. Yeah, I'll give it a little bit more look. But I looked at it really quickly. It looks like it's... I'm living in Itaewon area, HBC. So...
I'm in Gangnam, so...
I love how British people can never pronounce. Those guys always say ah, ah. Like everything's ah.
Gangnam?
Yeah, like in Korean there's no ah, like apple sound.
Mm.
So it's not like Gangnam. But you guys always like Gangnam. It's like Gangnam.
Um,
It's why we get not an but Brits always say like not like Mandu. It's like Mandu.
Sound is, I think, North American palate sound from a linguistic perspective.
I'm not trying to get all linguistical up in here. I'm just trying to say, you guys just always say
I've got some of my mother's pronunciation from the Spanish side, and in Spain we have a lot of sounds like España. Yeah.
That's what I had to do in a Spanish class all day.
See the sound.
Yeah.
And so when I say Gangnam,
Libra book. Libretta.
It's coming from this part of my mouth.
Now you're getting all teachery up in man. I probably have some linguistical books down there you can have.
I've got some at home.
Alright, so that is our goal. We're going to set the next live stream. Maybe for next weekend.
Maybe.
I'm probably going to be live streaming next Saturday. I'm going to commit to it. You're more than welcome to join me. If not, I'll get a cooler guest. So it's up to you how you take that. We're going to be planning some more. I'm going to research some more trips, and then Daniel, we're going to head to Myeongji Uni at some point for some free coffee.
Yeah, I hope you have cappuccino, Daniel.
And if you don't worry about it, because she'll drink something else. She'll drink a damn latte. Don't need to be so high maintenance up in here.
Hey, it's just a little bit of foam. That's all I'm asking for.
That foam is hard to make. You gotta like steam that and like get the right consistency.
I know how to make it. I used to work in a coffee shop.
I don't understand cappuccinos. That's something that really baffles me. Why do people like cappuccinos? Because like half your drink is just a foam. That's nasty.
Yeah, but you have a stronger coffee and it tastes better.
Then have an Americano.
I don't want an Americano. It's just full of water. I want some taste.
Then have an espresso.
It finishes too quickly. Your tiramisu is lasting longer than your espresso.
Who's talking about tiramisu? We're talking cappuccinos.
If you have an espresso, you have to have a tiramisu because otherwise you finish the espresso and then you leave the cafe.
Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel.
You leave the cafe after 1 minute. In fact, in Italy, you just stand there. You're like, you have your espresso, boom, and then you go. It's true, because you finish it so quick. What's the point? Have a cappuccino. You can sit there and enjoy it for at least 20 minutes.
Good to know. Good to know. Thank you for that very passionate explanation.
I love cappuccino.
I can tell. I've never met somebody who loves cappuccino more than Charlotte and Tosh. Right here on YouTube.com.
I need to go to Italy and have one.
Well, I can't help you there. This is not the time to do it. But what I can do is help you have a great live stream next week. Next time, whenever we decide to do it. We're going to have some food.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to have a cool setup for next time. But I think it might be time. We've been at this for an hour and 18 minutes.
Okay.
So I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've had so much fun. I've had a great time.
I've had an awesome time too.
Yeah, so let's definitely keep in touch. Let's do this again soon. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been a very small yet amazing audience. Thank you guys all so much for joining us. We'll be back soon. Have a great day or a great night or a great evening or a great whatever you are. Stay safe. And be sure to check out Tasha's channel, Travelin' Tosh. It'll be down in the comments after this live stream is over. If you guys ever have any questions, then feel free to hit us up. If there's anything that you want, especially in our next live stream, then let us know. So, Tasha, any last words? Take it away.
Let us know if you prefer latte or a cappuccino.
Damn, girl, you still going to be obsessed with that? I don't like lattes either.
Tomorrow, I think I need to have a cappuccino.
All right, well, hashtag enjoy. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great evening. A great day.
See you next time, guys. Take care.
Until next time, have a great day.
Bye.
I'll see you later. Bye.